What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, coming to you with another review / recap of Queen Sugar, season 1, episode 5, by any chance. On Twitter, IJS482, and I'm Miss Honey. Okay, and all that information will be down below. Okay. All right, so let's get into this episode. This episode opens with Nova and Calvin, and you guys know that Calvin is Nova's part-time lover. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so and he's worried, he's concerned. I don't really feel like he's mad with her necessarily, because I think he knows Nova. He knows, you know, that she's socially conscious. This can't be his first time experiencing this side of her. I think he's worried for her, and I think he's pissed off she's not more worried about herself. But Calvin, she been black all her life. She's had strife all her life. She's had a measure of fear surrounding her color and her culture all her life. So and I oftentimes wonder, I've got a couple of friends on Facebook that I went to high school with that are married to people of the Caucasian race, and you know, they have a real fun page. They keep it real light and airy. One of my friends went to UGA, and like I said, it's all about partying and fun and the kids and all of that. You don't do no political conversation whatsoever, and I see why. You hardly have any black friends at all. Like, have you ever been stopped by the police? Do you have anything to say about people being gunned down in the street? Maybe you don't want to do it on Facebook, but how are you having these conversations? How are you? I just don't understand. You know, how can I be who I am and not diminish you? How can you be who you are and not diminish me? I don't know. I don't know how it works, y'all. Y'all let me know. You know, I know there's a lot of Caucasians out there who feel who empathize and sympathize and support African Americans with this whole Black Lives Movement and are calling out social injustice. I just don't understand how you are married to somebody. This is such a huge issue right now, and you're not having conversation. And I don't know that they're not having conversation. I just know it's not on social media. So I'd love to be a fly on that wall. You know, and Nova really just lets Calvin know, you know what I'm saying? I don't even, what should I do? Should I get smaller? Should I not care? Should I overlook it? Because you afraid for me? No, I got to do this thing. You know, I can see he loves her. I can see she loves him. You know, right, wrong, or indifferent. But this right here, this going to be the straw. Okay, this gonna be the straw. We see Charlie and Michael. Michael's in Texas. She going to see the call girl that Davis is accused of raping, and she's on the phone with Michael. She's trying to encourage Michael to go and see somebody, to talk to somebody, because he got a lot going on, and it's a real fragile time in a teenager's life, male or female. And, you know, she's being pulled in all directions. She's got the borderline land to think about. She's got managing Davis and all his frackernackle to fix and think about. And she got her son, first and foremost. And she wants him to talk to somebody, because it's very easy for your teenagers, your kids' feelings and emotions to get lost in the middle of all this. And I remember I came up in the suck it up generation, so I applaud her. I applaud the writers of the show for even having this conversation on camera about him going to see somebody and talking things through with someone. And so I'm here for it. We see Aunt Violet going into work, and you know, it ain't much, but it's all the job she got. She get in there and she find out they got a script at work, and this script, y'all, is real. Yes sir, yes sir, I sure enough will. Yes sir, I sure, yes sir. You know, it's real song and dance. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't ask them to put on blackface and tap shoes, but whatever. Aunt Violet's not here for that. She is just like, look, this is a small, simple country town, and I've been serving these people for a while. I know what I'm doing. I ain't doing that. We see Charlie talking to the call girl. Now, I'm not sure that I want to just keep calling her call girl. I low-key want to call this woman a mistress. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she asked her, did Davis come with you? That don't sound like somebody that just met somebody. No, it sounds like she got an ongoing relationship with this man. When she said his name, came out too comfortably. She didn't seem frightened or afraid. You know what I'm saying? She just seemed like she was very familiar with who Charlie was and why Charlie was there. And she wanted to know where Davis was. And she didn't seem like she was afraid to see Davis either. Okay. And, you know, of course, Charlie's upset. She is condescending and belittling and dismissive, as only Charlie can be. And, the woman fires back and asks, have you ever been raped? You know, and, you know, you can see the look on Charlie's face like, oh, because that's where a woman can talk to a woman on the same level. You know, whether I'm rich or poor, you a woman just like me. You ever been raped? You ever been violated? You know, Charlie, the writing's on the wall, boo. The writing is on the wall. What you gonna want to do is try to mediate your damages as much as you possibly can. And I low key, except for all that money and assets and stuff y'all got to divide up and split up and all that, I low key want to tell you to run for the hills, okay? But we got to see this thing through, so let's do it. She leaves a card for the woman, and you know, leaves. The woman don't back down. You know, she just said it's a matter of principle. Everything ain't about money. You know, we see Charlie talking to a lawyer about having gone to see this woman. And the lawyer tell her, you know, I wish you hadn't did that, because the fact of the matter is there is a rape kit. And we don't know what the rape kit gonna say. Now, I think the rape kit gonna say Davis was, at least Davis's DNA was in there, because I believe Davis had a relationship with this woman. I do. And I think, by the way, she was picking up them itty bitty toys in the house when Charlie went to see the mistress. He might have been seeing her for a while. Like they got history. So at the very least, she slept with Davis. And that little slap on the butt said that wasn't his first. I don't know. I just feel like Davis got a relationship with this woman. She is not just a call girl. I think she might be his mistress. I'm prepared to be wrong. I'm prepared to be wrong. But put a pin in it, y'all. And the lawyer tells her, you know, we can mediate this to some degree. I don't think he's going to get jail time because she is a call girl. You know, and the woman told Charlie, she said, you think because I'm a sex worker I can't be raped? And, I mean, unfortunately, the courts do take all of that into consideration. So the woman got a fight on her hands. Okay? Just like Charlie and Davis got a fight on their hands. All right? We see Charlie call Ralph Angel, and all of that emotion she took from talking to Micah and traveling, going to see this woman, and being taken down a peg or two to whatever degree, talking to the lawyer and being disappointed on that end, because you know wealthy people feel like they can get anything done with just a little bit of money. And so she getting a real good lesson in how there's some things that you cannot sweep under the rug. Well, she takes all that anxiety and anguish and takes it out on Ralph Angel. You know, she started listing, you know, started talking about the auction and $15,000 he lost. And I don't worry about it, Ralph Angel. You know what? I've been calling you. You ain't answering your phone calls. Guess what? I'm taking over, since you obviously don't know what you're doing. Ralph Angel's like, what? we're breaking up. We're breaking up. And he gets off the phone with her. Because she not only not hearing him, she not feeling him. You know. I feel bad for Ralph Angel. I see him trying. And he needs his daddy so bad. He needs his daddy's wisdom. And I feel for Ralph Angel. I want Ralph Angel to win. I really, really do. I want Ralph Angel to come up just a little bit. You know, it was so good to see him happy last episode, even if it was just for a few minutes when he got that money from the bank. I want Ralph Angel to win, y'all. Y'all keep Ralph Angel lifted up in your prayers, okay? We see Auntie Valley. Auntie Valley got some old friends there. One of them work for Chevron. One of them work for BP. They doing it. They think, well, one of them, the one that come from out of town, she think that Aunt Violet still own a business. Now, what business? Was it the diner? What business she owned? She used to own. Anyway, her boss come over and embarrass her. And make her, you know, feel ashamed about working there at the diner. She working in the diner as a waitress. And, you know, these other ladies got some real good jobs. And they think she a part of the real good job committee. And she, you know, just got a regular old job. Anyway, she leaves and, you know, she's embarrassed. And that was a tough moment, and I could relate to that moment. We see Hollywood. Hollywood at a mental health hospital. Now, he didn't talk to Violet on the phone. Violet done gave him a call because she just want to talk to him for a minute. She's got all this stuff going on and anguish and anxiety at work, and she just want to know when he gonna be on his way back. She need to see him real bad, just to lay in his bosom. Oh, it feel better. Oh. He in a mental health hospital, evidently. Hollywood married, y'all, and the wife bipolar, y'all. And she on suicide watch, y'all. Ooh. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Him and the wife married, but they separated. The only reason they still together, he tell this woman at the hospital, this, you know, the clerk, is that for the insurance. So she can get her medications and stuff. The woman tell her she's still on suicide watch. She's still going to have her meds regulated. They wheel the woman out there and she look up, y'all. Guess who it is? Maxine Shaw. Erica Alexander from Living Signal. This going to be good, y'all. Y'all know Erica Alexander is a good actress. A good actress. Oh, I just want to sit down with Ava and Oprah and just talk and just have a little tea and, you know, chitter chatter. I feel at this moment, I think about how many different layers the gifting, the writers, the writer must have to build these characters who are very complex on the surface, but as you peel away each layer, you don't even realize the magnitude of how complex each character is. And I think it's a testimony not just to the writing, but this had to be pulled from somewhere. And so we as humans, I think, tend to see ourselves on this real topical level, this real surface level. And we need to start pulling back the layers in our own lives and see why we do the things we do. We behave the way that we behave. It's worth seeing. And that's why bodies of work, it's worth exploring. And that's why bodies of work like this are so important. Hollywood's not just a truck driver. He's not just a boyfriend of a woman, an older woman. He is a man who has lived this life and all its complexities, and he's doing the best he can with the little bit he got. You know, it ain't easy being a good man. It's not easy being a responsible man. It's doable, but y'all, it ain't easy. Okay, and we're gonna see that a little bit later on. Oh, I was so here for this scene. So we see Charlie and Nova, and they're talking about the auction, and Charlie gives Nova her props about the article, and I thought that was a really, really good sister moment. In comes Aunt Violet. She just want to take a bra off and lay down and chill because she has had a long day. Nova pulls out some of that good. And they all sit around and laugh from their bellies and kiki and get high and have a drink and talk about their men folks and all kinds of fun stuff. And we find out that Nova like girls too. You know what I'm saying? She is Mother Earth, baby. She is sun and moon and stars and rain and storms and sunshine. She is all things earth and lovely. Okay? And this show, I've said over and over again, or I said at least once before, that it reminds me a lot of Eve's Bayou, and I think that's environmentally and culturally, that southern feel, it reminds me a lot of Eve's Bayou, and a lot of the characters remind me of the depth and characters that we saw in Eve's Bayou. But this scene with Nova and Charlie and Aunt Violet laughing from their belly gave me so much Brewster's Place tease. Y'all, I was here for it. And I sat around and laughed like I was right there with them. I was like, ooh, Nova, you can. Yeah, y'all. I got it bad for Queen Sugar. Anyway, then we see Remy and Charlie and Prosper Denton get together, and they talking about what their intentions are for the property. And you know, Prosper Denton is not here for the bull crap. We need to get to the bottom. What y'all doing? What's happening here? What's going on, y'all? We're gonna play at 300 acres. No. Y'all need to do 200. Okay, just do 200 acres. That's possibly doable. Okay. And Remy and Prosper Denton are coming alongside the kids because of their daddy, because of their friendship and their relationship with Papa Bordelon. And these are resources that all of them, Nova and Charlie and Ralph Angel, need to use to their benefit. But because of their own things that are going on in their own life, and you know, the fact that they have zero farming experience whatsoever, they don't even really fully recognize these tools. And we see that play out a little bit later on when we get to the auction. Ralph Angel got a job. He glad to have that job, but the boss is crooked. He worked 40 hours. They only want to pay him for 30 or so, which means they getting free labor and not paying for it. Now, that's fine if they just keeping the money for Ralph Angel, but we already know you got a warehouse full of workers and you shorting everybody 10 to 12 hours or 7 to 10 hours. You saving a lot of money, right? No insurance, right? Because you got to have you got to work what? 33 something hours, I think. 30, I don't know, in order to get insurance. So, you know, Ralph Angel can't say anything. He a convict and he need this job. So he goes back and talks to his coworker. He talking to his coworker about it, and coworker's like, welcome to the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? We convicts, so what can we do? Then in the same breath, he trying to hook him up. Now this supposed to be the favor that he gonna do him. Although I don't understand Ralph Angel. First of all, you've been in jail. You got to have some type of smarts. Like, how did you make it out of jail? I don't understand that. Or prison or whatever. B, this man already lost $15,000. You know what I'm saying? Through some old bull crap that you're not really even sure about. So what's going on with that, Ralph Angel? And then for you to have to risk your life, your freedom, and what you got going on at your farm to do some type of crime, Ralph Angel, come on. Desperate and the devil go hand in hand. Anytime you got desperation, the devil is in the midst. I promise you. I promise you. And we make stupid decisions when we desperate. Okay? We let the devil talk us into some real crazy stuff. So I want Ralph Angel to win, but I'm low-key pissed off about this. You know, I don't know. Anyway, he need his daddy. Ralph Angel needs his daddy. He don't have his daddy, but he needs his daddy. We see Aunt Violet. Aunt Violet is gonna quit her job before she had to stomp this manager in the ground. Okay. I want to say this real quick, and I'm gonna try to make it really quick. I love the casting. This guy who's playing the manager at the diner called the High Yellow, which okay. All right. Anyway, he seems genuinely scared. Like, his character seems genuinely intimidated and afraid of Aunt Violet. And I'm so here for the acting. I'm so here for the acting. No matter what part or role people are playing, the acting is so genuine and so authentic. Like, I love it. There's no gratuitous acting, you know what I mean? It's not over dramatized at all. Aunt Violet quits the job to keep from having to take that same job and reaching around and shoving it up this act. So she quits. We see Nova talking to her, one of the guys that sells her pot, and he tells her, you know, that when Too Sweet got pulled over, he was pulled over. The weed they found on him was hers, and she was like, "You gave him my weed. You gave this little boy my weed." And he is like, "Everybody in this area smoke your weed. That's we all do it. We all smoke it." And she has this moment where she realizes that in the long line of injustices and wrongs, she is there somewhere. What she's doing, her product has played a part in it, because had she not sold this weed, or had this weed, or cultivated this weed, or whatever, and then this boy probably wouldn't have had it. Now, my thing is that he would have had somebody's weed on him. But she feels completely responsible, and she should. She should. So, I don't know. You could just see the look on her face. She comes back inside, and Calvin is there, and you know, again, he's with the fear, and you don't understand, and this isn't right, and you wrote this article. You need to be afraid. You need to play it, you know, cool, and you need to lay low, and woo. And he calls her, you know, a hypocrite. Which, as they say, hit dog will holler. She hollers. It strikes a nerve. And she goes into this long diatribe about Toot Sweet's nickname, and we don't even use real names, because the idea that a person is going to live long enough to have this real life where they're going to, which I, you know, I don't know. It was hard for me to relate to that, because I came from a very religious background, and picking a name was a very important thing, and we weren't allowed to use nicknames. Now we do now, but our name was everything. And if you hear any one of my siblings' names, it's not something that you would forget easily. You would forget my name easily, because not easily, but it's not something you're gonna recall, because it's not a name you hear every day. And so naming is huge in my family, okay? And that's generationally. Even on my father's side, being Native American, the naming process was, you know, kind of ceremonial. So I couldn't really relate to this scene. And it just kind of felt like an excuse to me coming from Nova. You know, a rationalization. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't connect with that little piece. Anyway, they go back and forth. Like I said, he calls her a hypocrite and, you know, all of this stuff. And he says, you know, I wonder if why you pick me? Why you pick me? Uh, a white man, married, and a cop, giving you a line of work. And he know, you know, one of her lines of work, you know, her hobby. Um, was it just for company? You know, and she puts him out. She puts him out. Okay. Typical thing. She takes an elephant gun and kills the fly. She takes the whole wall out with the fly. Major damage, but she killed the fly. He's hurt. You can see the hurt on his face. He just wants to protect her. He's just trying to tell her what he thinks is the right thing to do. And she's got so much you know, confusion and cloudiness and just thought processing going on in her head. She doesn't want to hear it. She puts him out and nail on the coffin. She says, and leave your key. In other words, she's saying, you ain't got to worry about this little black girl no more. Wow. We see the auction, Charlie and Remy, and of course the white man that wanted to buy her daddy's land. Not Violet. They all there like a family affair, except for Ralph Angel, because he still got work to do. He hadn't got off from work yet. Well, the white man has a couple of things he wants to say to Charlie, you know, because he won't take her down a peg or two. And Charlie takes the bait, you know. And I thought that was odd, but then I realized Charlie kind of feel like she's city mouse, and everybody in the country might be a little bit slower than her, and she don't realize it's the way to do things. That's why I'm saying she not using the tools that Papa Baudelaire has cultivated over the years, which are these resources, which are his friends, because Remy tells her, and so does Prosper Denton tell her. Slow down, you know what I'm saying? Don't buy this, don't spend that kind of money, don't do this, don't do that. He, you know, this white guy goes over and they're auctioning off for this one equipment, and he takes the price up super high. She's decided her cock is bigger than his. I mean, this is a pissing contest and need a cock for that. And she overpays for this property, and at the same time doesn't bid on the tractor that was repossessed of Papa Baudelaire. Ralph Angel's pissed off about it, and thank goodness Remy had the presence of mind to go and talk to a friend of his and have him bid on that tractor for a minimal cost. And as a result of her going off kind of half-cocked and trying to go head-to-head with this man, she gets kind of, you know, Remy tells her, hey, listen, you've let everyone here know now that you got money to burn. Two, you paid way too much, and you still have so much more to spend, you know. And you know, she just realizes instantly that she can't come down here with this city mentality and thinking money gonna take care of everything, you know, and we just gonna, you know, move on through here and let these folks know who got what. Even the auctioneer said with the shoes with the red bottom, they know you got money now. They're gonna see you coming, and everything you buy gonna be jacked up consequently. So Prosper didn't quit. You know, he just tell her, you don't want to listen. You want to do things your own way. I retired 4 times over. I don't have time for this. I need to go fishing, and I'm not gonna put up with this. Ralph Angel, we see he get off work on his way to the auction. He got some of them people property in his bag that he gonna sell off site for a price. And I was like, Ralph Angel, Poor decisions. Poor decisions. It's the shovel. The best way to get out of trouble is to stop digging. And poor decisions is the shovel. They do get the tractor back, so that's good. We see Hollywood talking to his wife. His wife say, you know, she trying to get all up on it, but he lets her know, you know, we just on paper right now. She wants another baby. Where the first baby at? What happened? Y'all, it's got a real Bruce's Place feeling for me right now, but I'm here for it, okay? Check out Brewster's Place, y'all. Violet's calling. She see Violet calling. Who is Violet? And she throws the phone, and you know, he leaves the room. He comes back later and he tells her, you know, she said, we're soulmates, we're good together, you know, me and you, we can do this. We've always made beautiful music together. He said, let me go. Let me go. You know what this is. You know why we got it set up like this. We not no more husband and wife than anybody else out there. I'm just staying with you on paper so we can get your medical benefits. Other than that, I'm done. I'm out. You know, she laughs it off in one breath and cries about it in the next. I'm sure she don't want to be had this mental illness, but it is what it is. It's a very real thing, and I appreciate the way that they're addressing this situation, okay? We see Davis and Micah, and Davis, I'm sorry, is just not being rational. He is not having conversations with himself, some serious conversations with himself so far that we can see, that shows that he has any remorse. Even in the last episode, he want to go have dinner with Charlie. Let's go get some dinner together. Ain't nobody want to sit down and eat with you. Get somewhere and sit down and make yourself small, Davis. Got all this debauchery and bringing all this shame upon your family name. Get somewhere and sit down. Now, you got a big spread. You think you and Micah finna just sit around the table and chit-chat and talk. Micah got some serious stuff going on. But Davis does take a moment to acknowledge Micah's anger and acting out. And, you know, Micah tells him he don't want to play ball no more. You know, he's had this opportunity to go and talk. He did an interview with the people at Langford, and he told them, you know, I don't want to play ball, but I thought that's what you want to do. You love basketball. Well, right now I hate basketball and all things basketball related, Dad. This means you, Davis. Also tells his dad he's going to see a shrink. Dad moves over all that to talk about basketball. Davis needs to have a come to Jesus meeting with himself and really, really think about how his actions has affected his whole family. We see Charlie and Micah talking, and I want to say that goldenrod wall behind Charlie in that room was everything, and them 2 silver flowers. Ooh, if I could get that for Christmas. It would make me happy. Y'all, this show is beautiful. It is, I mean, very thoughtfully done, okay? Not just the environment, not just the music that's playing slowly in the background as Micah and Davis talk. Not just the placement of, you know, these beautiful artistic pieces in Nova's house and in Aunt Violet's house, but y'all see the lighting in this when Charlie is standing in the barn talking to Remy, the lighting on Nova's face and her cheek, and I mean, it's so beautifully done. It's the whole visual is a feast for your eyes. There's so many beautiful parts of this show that I love visually, and I come away from this show loving my people that much more because visually, this show casts such a beautiful eye. It highlights all the beautiful parts of who we are as people, our curves, our skin, moles, the twist of our neck. I mean, I love this show. It's a warm piece of African American pie. Oh. Anyway, we see Charlie talking to Micah on the phone, and Micah's had it paparazzi. Everywhere he go in school, he sees Stella, and he's in a real fragile place right now. And for all that temper tantrum and mucky muck he threw a couple of episodes ago, he's ready to move back to St. Joseph's Parish. She's glad to hear that because she's got some stuff she need to take care of down there, and she feel like he'll be in a better place down there too. So he wants to move back to Louisiana with her, just to get away from the Frackernackle. We see on the last episode scene is that Charlie gets a phone call from the call girl, and she wants $3 million in a face-to-face sit down. $3 million? And yeah, okay, we can talk about $3 million, but the face-to-face sit down is non-negotiable. That ought to give you cause to pause, Charlie. It really should, but okay. She says to the woman, okay, that's fine, we can do this, but will this be the end of it? Now, Charlie, you know, these things never really end. They die down, they go quiet, but they never really end. When you have something of this magnitude, it is always going to be lingering and waiting to rear its ugly head. You got to know that. Okay, y'all. Excellent episode, y'all. Let's talk about it, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. All that information is down below. Instagram. And until next time, y'all, I'll holla.